Pele. You insist he's the greatest ever because of his 1,000 plus goals, even though half of them were scored against farmers and local plumbers. You've never actually seen him play, but you'll argue with anyone who says otherwise. Diego Maradona. You can't go 5 minutes without mentioning the hand of God. You're the type to recreate that goal in every FIFA game and claim it was intentional skill. You also bring up his off-field antics like they're part of his stats. Zinedine Zidane. You think headbutting Materazzi was completely justified. You've probably watched the 2006 World Cup final on repeat and argue that no one in today's game has Zidane's elegance. Johan Cruyff. You talk about the Cruyff turn like you invented it, but you've never pulled it off in a game without falling over. You also bring up total football to flex your superior football knowledge. George Best. You've never watched him play, but you share inspirational quotes of his on Instagram. You think calling him the original Ronaldo is the ultimate compliment, even though the comparison makes no sense. Paolo Maldini. You claim to understand the art of defending better than anyone, even though you play Sunday League and get nutmegged by teenagers. Maldini is your excuse for thinking defenders deserve Ballon d'Ors. Lev Yashin. You say he's the greatest goalkeeper of all time because he's the only one to win a Ballon d'Or. You don't actually know anything about him except for the fact that he wore a black kit. Ronaldinho. Watching his YouTube highlights is your daily dose of happiness. You bring up the time he made Madrid fans applaud him like it's a bedtime story. You've probably attempted one of his no-look passes and failed miserably. Franz Beckenbauer. You call him Der Kaiser in every argument and act like he invented football. You'll swear by his greatness but struggle to name more than 2 clubs he played for. Michel Platini. You don't actually like him as a player. You just bring him up whenever someone talks about corruption in FIFA. Eric Cantona. You're the philosopher of your friend group. You make cryptic comments about football tactics, and your favorite moment of Cantona's career is that kung fu kick on a fan. Alfredo Di Stefano. You include him in every GOAT debate just to sound different. You've never seen a single minute of footage, but you'll insist he's better than Messi and Ronaldo combined. Roberto Baggio. You cry every time someone mentions his missed penalty in the 1994 World Cup. You've spent years convincing people he's underrated, even though he's on every top players list. Garrincha. You think calling him the joy of the people automatically wins any argument. You probably haven't seen more than one clip of him, but swear he's better than Neymar. Marco van Basten. You bring up his legendary volley in 1988 as if you were there. You also think every striker today should score goals with the Van Basten elegance. Eusebio. You don't care about Portugal's current players because no one in your mind will ever be better than Eusebio. You've definitely called him the Black Panther in arguments for extra effect. Andres Iniesta. You watch his World Cup winning goal in 2010 like it's your wedding video. You think any midfielder today is overrated unless they play exactly like Iniesta. Sir Bobby Charlton. You remind everyone he's an all-time great whenever someone talks about Manchester United's decline. You call him the soul of football, even though you've only seen him in black and white photos. Gerd Muller. You think he's the most underrated striker ever because nobody mentions him outside Germany. You bring up his insane goals per game ratio like it's a cheat code. David Beckham. You're obsessed with bending free kicks even though your shots barely leave the ground. You think his hairstyle evolution is almost as important as his football career.
Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more crazy football stories. See you next time. Peace.